Hi, Jacksonet Song Mentor. Well, today's song is Brown Sugar, and this was recorded in 1971. It was kind of in the Stones' middle bluesy rock period of their careers. Mick Jagger described it as being a hit because it had such a great groove. The subject matter probably didn't hurt it either. He also said it pretty much covered every taboo subject in one song, most notably interracial sex. But Brown Sugar was recorded in Muscle Shoals, Alabama, and that's the town and the studio alluded to in Lynyrd Skynyrd's Sweet Home, Alabama. So here, Rolling Stones, Brown Sugar. All right, the intro to Brown Sugar, which is half the song because it repeats. It's signature, it's wonderful. It's got all these Keith Richards licks in it, and a lot of his stuff is based on, well, in this case, in this song, the A chord formation. So what we're doing is we're always just picking 3 strings, 4, 3, and 2. So when we play these little chords and riffs, aside from going into some sort of open tuning, if we want to use regular tuning, we're just playing strings 4, 3, and 2. So what we've actually got at the beginning here is C, G, C, 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 F, C. But we're not going to play it down there because it sounds very lame. What we're going to do is play it up here, where we play the C chord here. And if you notice, if I wasn't playing, because I'm not playing the 5th string, I don't need to put that 3rd note of a C chord formation. There's the first 2, and there's the 3rd one on the 5th string. Don't need to put that in because I'm not playing it anyway. So I end up playing with just what we have here is our forefinger barring the 12th fret. Our second finger is on the 13th fret of the 2nd string, and our third finger is on the 14th fret of the 4th string. And that gives us a C chord formation, which then we lift up, remove it, and when we remove it, we end up with basically this chord, which is a G chord. It's in the A formation, but it's a G chord. There's a C, a D, an E, an F, and a G as we move up the neck. So we're playing C, G. And now we go down to, we're going to go down to what is C, F, C, starting with the C, again just strumming those 3 strings, same formation with these 2 fingers, that C chord formation, which really looks like an A minor 7 chord because I'm not putting that last note into it. But okay, so we need this chord, this one, those 2 there, okay, and that's what starts the song. Then, you know, some sites have the same formation playing, but that's not right. It should be, instead of now your 3rd finger being on the 4th string, your 3rd finger needs to be on the 3rd string. 19th Nervous Breakdown, Keith Richards chord, right there. So we've moved up the bar now to the 8th fret. So again, starting 4 times, and then we're going to go to, and that's the same thing. That's that. Again, that's using the 2nd and 3rd strings to play those notes instead of 2nd and 4th. Okay. And we're going to move down and barring. We're using the same formations here. We're just moving things around. We're barring the 1st fret now. So again, that's, now we're back to the 2nd and 4th formation now. So those are the chops you need and the riffs you need for the opening. You need those 2, Same thing on the barring the 5th fret. Then you need an 8th fret, but using the 2nd and 3rd strings. 5th fret using the 2nd and 3rd strings. And then down to the 1st. So all together, when you look at the whole intro, we're at the 12th fret, we're at the 5th fret, we're at the 8th fret, back to the 5th fret, and then 1st, 3rd, 5th. So that's 12, 5, 8, 5, 1, 3, 5. And that's the whole intro using those little inversions I just showed you. Okay, well, let's play the intro. And just keeping in mind, I'll try and show you the way Keith Richards did it on the recording. And that is, he's got a little bit of a different rhythm every time he goes down to this 5th fret. The first time it's... and the second time it's... and the third time it's... and the 4th time it's back to the first time. So it's dun 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 dun, and the last one is dun 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 dun. Okay, so I'm just letting you know that's coming. Here we go. Alright, well, let's get into some verses here. And for the verses, you're going to need a C bar chord. And that's just going up to F, but again, it's this F formation up here. It's the same as the C formation, bar chord. And then a B flat. So you need the C bar chord, the F bar chord up here, and the B flat. And you need an open G chord. It is possible to do some Richards type riffing while you're playing through this chord formation in the verses. For example, new kind of feels so in a market. And that's just when you're up there. You're just doing what we did before, except you're up on that F chord now and using the A formation to... So you can do that kind of riffing. What I want to do, though, is just show you the basic chord progression with the vocal, and then, of course, the brown sugar. Okay, so here we go. Let's play through a verse and see if we can get all the chord pattern correct.
Go slash your papa cotton fields, sold in a market down in New Orleans. Scared old slave, but knows he's doing alright. Hear him with the women just around midnight. Brown sugar, how come you taste so good? Brown sugar, just like a young girl should.
Okay, so just again going through that. Sort of hitting the top 3 strings of the open G. Basically just going open, hammering on the 2nd fret of the 5th and 4th strings. And I'm just doing that. It's the same thing we've been playing all the way through. It's part of a C chord with the open this time. And back to the bar C. All right, well, let's see if we can put the whole song together. We'll do the intro. We'll go into a verse and a chorus, and we'll try getting to that second verse as well. Let's transition into that, and then back into which is where it goes. Okay, here we go. About the cotton fields, sold in a market down in New Orleans. Scott, old slave, knows he's doing alright. Hear him with the wind just around midnight. Brown sugar, how come you taste so good? Brown sugar, just like a young girl should. Drum beating cold, his blood runs high. Lady at the house wondering where it's gonna stop. Houseboy knows that he's doing alright. You should have heard him just around midnight. Brown sugar, you taste so good now. Brown sugar, just like the young girl should now. We have just a little bit of time for fine-tuning this lesson. I just wanted to show you what the right hand's doing. You'll notice I put picture in there anyway, but just for a bit more of a close-up on what the right hand is doing. When it goes into the beginning of that bridge section that takes us into the first verse, there's a quick triplet there, quick three-strum thing. You can see there, you got to be careful not to strum that fifth string because it sounds awful. So make sure you're just on 4, 3, and 2. Showing you some of the strumming there for the verses. Hey, I've given you some all the riffs you need for this song, the chord pattern for the verses. Forgive my phrasing and the singing a little bit. It's not a song I normally sing, but we got through it. There's Brown Sugar, the Rolling Stones. Hey, we'll see you next time on songmentor.com.